Hello everyone, just give me a moment. Of course I'm having technical issues. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. I couldn't turn on my tablet. Let's see here. Let's go. Trying to log in here. Okay, I'll start doing the readings in a moment. Let me just get my second screen up so that I can read the comments while I record, as well as do the readings. Oh goodness, are you gonna make all those updates while I'm on live? Okay. So let's try here. Okay, can I? Can you allow me to turn it this way? I don't see everything. Okay, so let's just go this way. Okay. So let's get the cards ready. For this here. Okay. So how's everybody's day going? Why am I not seeing the same? I don't know. This is getting a little too chaotic. Let me just put this other stuff here. Let's move this. Let's get this so that everybody can see it. Can you guys hear me okay? Rebel deck. Okay. So should I shuffle for a zodiac sign, or does somebody want to go ahead and type in a zodiac sign? I will pick the first one that comes up. This will be a general read. Anybody want to give me a zodiac sign? If you put your zodiac sign in the comments, I'll do yours first. If not, I am just going to go ahead and pick one from one of these cards. So I will give it another second, unless somebody else wants to give me a zodiac sign. Okay, so we're going to go with Cancer. Cancer is going to be the first zodiac sign that we go over. Okay, so let's look for the questions for the zodiac sign. Okay, so it may also apply to Pisces. Pisces went ahead and slid out the same way. You may have both of these signs in your chart. Maybe you and your partner, you and another individual, either or. Let me move this over to the side. This here. Okay, let's go ahead and get the questions out. Okay. Can I get some questions for Cancer and Pisces? Can I get some questions for Cancer and Pisces? Can I get 3 questions for Cancer and Pisces? Guides, can you give me 3 questions for Cancer and Pisces to focus on? Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so something you will realize this season. So you can take it as the transition. You can take it as the summer. You can take it as the current cycle that you are going through. Okay, so then we have a card to represent your energy. And then lastly is what quality gives you strength. Okay, so we might be in our feelings, and these are both water signs, so that's very possible. We just went through a very powerful super moon in Capricorn, which is a sister sign of, Cancer. So I can completely understand. I completely get it. So let's go ahead and shuffle these cards. Okay, so you'll realize soon. Something you'll realize this season. Something you'll realize this season. Something you'll realize this season. Card to represent your energy. Okay, this is going to be an extra card. These two want to come out, so we'll just go ahead and save those for later. Okay. Okay, so for something that you'll realize this season, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, it represents your energy. Okay, it's a 2 of Pentacles. And then for what quality gives you strength, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move these to the front. Again, we're referring to Pisces and Cancer. Could have any of your top 3. Rose can be reversed. Sun, whoa, geez, energy in here. Some people are a little bit anxious, maybe. Let's see. Yep, there goes confirmation. Okay, so let's start here with the beginning. So something that you will, let me see if you can get all that in there. Something that you will realize this season. Okay, so it's telling you that you've been waiting, but the time is now. Whatever it is that you've been contemplating, you've been thinking about, you've been planning, you've done enough planning. It's time to go. Now is the time. It's okay to go ahead and take that jump, take that leap, move forward. No more thinking, just do it. Charge forward. Okay. What's representing your energy is the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so you need to find balance in your life to build your success. So maybe what it is that you're planning is maybe to change your career. You could be planning on making a move. You could be planning on maybe, doing your own business. Wherever you have the need for success, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, work related. It could be anything that brings you abundance. Okay, so that is your current energy. You have, you're balancing all these different types of decisions that you need to make, the pros and cons. But remember, here it's telling you're going to realize that you have everything you need to move forward. So don't delay anymore. Now is the time. Okay, and then what gives you strength is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, focus on your home, family, success, and abundance. Again, going back to the first 2 cards that were mentioned, you're going to have that financial stability that you're looking for, that you've been planning, that you have been searching for, that you've been waiting, and again doing your pros and cons, and planning and looking for it. Stop waiting, stop delaying, go ahead and move forward. Now is the time. Okay. I do want to point out that we are still in Mercury retrograde, so don't sign any contracts. Let's see, it ends on the 27th, so I would wait until 2 weeks after, which is a shadow period. If you're gonna sign a contract in any way, shape, or form, or get in a relationship or get involved, remember to read the details. Virgo is all about details. So the other two cards that came out. Okay, so we have here that you're focusing on your past. So maybe you've tried this before and it didn't work out for you, or maybe you've had such bad luck in a certain situation that it's holding you back. You know, and you're just taking things a little bit too serious. Maybe you're afraid of moving forward, afraid of leaving your comfort zone. But as you can see from the cards ahead, it's telling you to go ahead and do so. And the reward is how I would like to see it, is everything you have worked for is coming together. So again, going through what was said earlier, the okay to move forward, the planning, the balancing, and in the end, everything that you have been focused on, everything that you have been set for is due to come to you. Now is the time, but you have to take that first step. You have to go ahead and take the first step to make everything happen. It's not going to just fall into your lap, unless you're super lucky. That is possible. So if this resonates, let me know. Like and share, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next signs. So these are the ones that we have done. I'm going to go ahead and place these over to the side. Okay, so let's grab these. And where did my cards go? Okay, we're gonna put these here on the bottom. Okay, so let's see what zodiac sign is next. Okay, unless somebody has a zodiac sign they would like for me to... Hi, Bobby. If they would like for me to do next, go ahead and let me know, and I'll jump to that zodiac sign. I have already done Cancer and Pisces. We'll do one more shuffle, and let's see what the next one is going to be. Okay, Sun, so that's going to actually be Leo. And let's go ahead and throw a little something in. Let's pull the next card. So Aries. So your sun sign can be in Aries, or it could represent a Leo. In any of your top three. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's go ahead and shuffle these cards. Give me 3 questions. For either Aries or Leo. Okay, so the lighting is not great. I think I might do these in the morning, but we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. Hi, Greg. Let's see. Give me 3 questions. For Aries and Leo. 3 questions for Aries and Leo. Okay, that was way too many questions that fell out. Let me get 3 questions for Aries and Leo. Okay, so the first one, why do you start these patterns? Okay, so maybe you might be thinking about cycles that you continuously repeat. And you want to know why you continue to repeat them. You know, we are going through a Pluto retrograde, and you know, we are thinking about change, thinking about things that we want to let go of so that we don't fall into the same cycle for the next 20 years when Pluto is in Aquarius. The next question is, what traditional aspects of your life might surface during this time? Okay. And the third question, what will happen if I continue to avoid change? Okay, so basically the vibe that I'm getting is that you are repeating cycles. Maybe you are same relationships, could be with family, could be with friends, could be partners. You seem to be falling into the same cycle, and you pretty much want to know why. Short story is, you haven't learned lessons that you were destined to learn. Looking at can't spoke. Mercury. That's what happens when you have so many Gemini placements. Let's see. Okay, so let me get cards to answer these questions. Okay, let me get some cards to answer these questions. Aquarius and Leo. Okay, so we have strength in reverse. Okay, so you need some grounding. Okay, so let's see here. So why do you start these patterns? Okay, so here we have the strength card in reverse. Okay, so maybe you don't have the strength to tell the individuals no. I can completely relate to that, especially with my inside circle. It becomes very difficult, but you got to put yourself first. You may have some doubts, some insecurities. You may be tired of it, because the cycle just continues and continues and continues. You're noticing that it's probably not in one area of your life, it's probably in several areas. And you also have that pride. So I would recommend that first you take a little time of self-care, and then you accept that you were vulnerable and these individuals did take advantage at some point in time, but it's time for you to take care of you. It's time for you to put yourself first. That's the only way the patterns are going to stop. That's the only way that you're going to stop the cycles from happening. Okay, so the second one is, what traditional aspects of your life might surface during this time? Okay, so here we go again, speaking in reference to self-care. You're going to see that a lot of the relationships are one-sided, and by relationships I do mean business, family, friends, all those sorts. There's going to be some people, again, like I mentioned before, you're going to notice how they're taking advantage of you, or they're not around when you actually need them, when you've always been there for them. Say you need help with something, and they just continuously have all these different types of excuses. But you're going to realize that they're not good for you. And, sometimes you need to go ahead and let go of certain things and maybe certain people in order for you to, take care of yourself and to start putting yourself first. So it says, what will happen if you continue to avoid the change? You're going to have burnout. Okay, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to you think you're in a bad place now, you're probably going to be in a worse place. You're going to have you're going to be pretty frustrated. Start putting your foot down, put those boundaries, start saying no. Maybe not no to everyone, but maybe say no to a couple people. You're going to be stressed out, and when you're stressed out, there goes your health as well. And how can you be there for someone else when you're not there for yourself? I highly recommend, you take some time for self-care. You go outside, have some grounding sessions, put your feet into the earth, have a little recharge. If you're near an ocean, go by and take a dip. Or if you're near a river, put your feet in for a little bit of cleansing. These are fire signs, so if there's any activities that you're into, by all means, I would go and take part in and any adventurous activities or any activities like sports or something like that, that'll help you decompress. That always helps fire signs. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these aside and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull the next one that's up. Oh, here we go. We got that Leo again. Okay. So this is going to be either Leo, and it's also going to refer to all fire signs. Okay. Or you can have a Leo in any placement. Like personally myself, I have Leo in my North Node. Which is a little bit difficult. I don't like being the center of attention. And by center of attention, meaning I don't like people in my business. I don't like people knowing my business. And Leo is completely opposite. So they are the showstoppers. They are the people you want to go see, that you want, to shine bright. I'm the person that likes to sit back and observe kind of deal. So this is for all fire signs. Oh, I didn't even pull the questions. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull 3 questions. So this is all fire signs, especially if you have Leo placements. Especially if you have Leo placements. Okay, so let's see. Let's go here. Let's see what questions we have. Okay, so here's confirmation to what I said earlier. Okay, so traditional aspects that might surface during this time. Here we go again, about patterns. Okay. And why do you start these patterns? So I'm going to go ahead and say that basically the previous reading that I gave for Aries and Sun is pretty much this is going to be the same. Take some self-care. I'm still going to go ahead and pull 3 cards. Who knows? It might give you a little more clarity, a little more understanding. Let's see here. Let's see what we're going to get. So again, if you saw what I read a few minutes ago, it's pretty much the same questions. I did shuffle. So this is something definitely for some of you to hear. Okay, so let's see the first one. Okay. Recognition. Here we go. Lack of confidence. All right. Let's put this there. And then we got the second one. And then we have this one here. Okay. So the traditional aspects that are going to surface, you're going to realize, probably not as confident as you thought. As we all know, not just Leos, but fire signs, they are just super vibrant, super confident. They have this thing about them. But internally, sometimes they can be a little rough on themselves. So this here is saying that what's going to surface is that you're going to realize that maybe you're not as confident as you would like to be. But that could all come back by taking care of yourself, by putting yourself first, by thinking about your needs before others. Leos are very, very giving, extremely giving people. Then maybe it's time to give some light to yourself. Okay. And again, this is going for all fire signs as well. So what does this pattern give to you currently? Okay, so this is actually the card that was received in the previous reading, but it's in reverse. So by taking care of yourself, of what surfaces, are realizing that, you know, you do need some self-care. You're going to start resting. You're going to start relaxing. You're going to start, you know, realizing what it is that you need and moving forward to the things that you need. You know that you need to take a little time out. Maybe you take a trip that is all about you. Maybe go on an adventure, pick up a sport, like I said previously. That is going to help you get back to where you need to be. And so a secondary card as to why do you repeat these types of patterns? You do it to yourself. You know, you are very forgiving. You see the positive in people. You're very optimistic. You see the light in people that people don't see themselves. And maybe it's time for you to give yourself that light. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I hope it resonates. If it does, please like and share. I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next signs. So this is fire and Leo. Let's see the next one, Mercury. So this is going to involve Virgos and Geminis. Okay, on Mars, so Aries. Okay, so you know what, let's go ahead and put these to the side here. Let's try to focus first on these zodiacs. Okay, so this is going to be referring to all water signs. Okay, and Virgo. Okay, so you may have a lot of water signs in your chart, or Virgo. So let's go ahead and get some question. Wow. Okay. Let's get some questions here for you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get some questions here for you. All right, I need 3 questions for Virgo. Okay, why do you start these patterns? A fresh idea that will come to you, and what's stopping you from loving yourself? Okay, you know, with the Mercury transit and with the full moon, we might be in our feelings a little bit. So let's go ahead and get some answer to these questions. Okay, so this reading is for any water sign in your top 6, or if you are a Virgo. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So we have Why do you start these patterns? We have the Star in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. So for the first one, why do you start these patterns? Okay, so it looks like here, you look for, you know, people that celebrate you, to celebrate happiness, friendship, you know, the community. This represents the Cancer, so it's confirmation with the water signs. But we also have to remember that sometimes our friends are not our friends. Okay, so you may be seeking friendship. You may want to be friends with everyone, but you got to be a little bit cautious. Some friends are not your friends. Some friends are just there because they need something from you. That might be why you're a little bit in your feelings. And that could be why you keep repeating certain patterns. You're seeking one thing and people are taking advantage of that. Okay, so the fresh idea that will come to you. So currently, you know, you're stuck, right? So you have some lack of faith, some insecurities. I recommend that you take a step back and maybe do a little bit of cleansing, and you might come to realize that, you know, that friendship that you keep looking for in everyone, it's not the right type of friendship. They might be there for you in person, but they might be, you know, gossiping behind you. They might just be joining you to party and to have fun, but when it comes to seriousness, when it comes to when you actually really need them, they're not really there. And that could be the realization that you're going to come to. And what is stopping you from loving yourself? You're stopping yourself from loving yourself, because this is telling you to be fearless. It's telling you to stop holding back, stop planning, stop thinking about coulda, woulda, shoulda, stop thinking about the pros and the cons, charge forward. Go ahead and do it. Go on that adventure, take that trip. You know, dismiss anybody else that's telling you not to put yourself first. Okay, that's what's stopping you. You're stopping yourself from loving yourself. Okay. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, like and share. And I am going to move on to the next zodiac sign. I think I'm going to try to keep it a little more cleaner, and let's just use one. Okay, so those are the pairs that we have done. So what do we have next? That's a planet. These are all planets. So the next one that we're going to do is Libra. Okay, so let's put these over there. Okay, so let me get 3. Hello, Tina. Okay, so let me get 3 questions for our Libras. 3 questions for our Libras. One more time, 3 questions for our Libras. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so a lot of us seem to be dealing with repeating cycles. Again, as I've said before, we're in Pluto retrograde, Mercury retrograde. It's the finalization of like, hey, so-and-so reached out to me. Do I really want to repeat the cycle? Do I really want to do this? You know, the same situation is happening again. So it's telling you to wrap things up, close the cycle, to move forward. Oh, here goes the same question again. What traditional aspects of your life might surface during this time, and what will happen if I continue to avoid change? Okay. You know what? I am going to go ahead and temporarily remove these. Okay. Because that literally has been the same questions for all of the signs. So let's go ahead and let's see if we get similar questions. If we get something else for Libra. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Okay, so okay, so yeah. What would help to accept change? How will this transit affect your work life? And what would your inner child love most about you? Okay. So let's go ahead and shuffle these. Okay. So let's start Libras. Oh, that's too many cards, but you know what? We're gonna do them all. We're gonna do them all. All right. Let's see what we got here. You know what? Let's remove this. All right, Libras, you're gonna get a big one. Okay. So. And I am going to put this one right here. Okay. So here are the questions. What would help accept change? How will this affect your work life? And what would your inner child love most about you? Okay, so first we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So we have, you know, a lot of insecurities. Let's see here. Okay, so we have conflicts, and then we have overly emotional. Okay, so you're kind of out of balance. All right. And what when a Libra is out of balance in any way, shape, or form, too happy, too sad, too mad, whatever the imbalance is, it kind of throws them on the loop, and they need to be balanced in order for them to move forward. So you basically have to again, just with all the other signs that I have read, take a little bit of time out. Go on a little retreat, meaning disconnect for a little bit, maybe for a couple days, to recharge, to maybe not be on the negative side of the imbalance, because you seem to be probably maybe a little agitated by everything that's going on, and remember that you have strength. So what's going to help you change is remembering that you have the strength to do so, remembering that you have that courage, you have that inner strength, that power within you in order to balance out whatever it is that is not working out for you. Let's see. How is it going to affect your work life? So here, your emotions kind of direct everything. Again, if it's not feeling it for you, and if it's not balanced for you, you know, you're really not going to put your all into it. you have a lot of Libras have a lot of creativity. So as long as you can remember that everything is within you, the way that it's going to affect your work life is you're going to achieve more, as the Ace of Cups here. So you're going to love your work, you're going to love your job, you're going to love doing what you're doing, but you got to find that balance. And in reference to your inner child, it's your ability to balance everything, your ability to resolve situations that you need. You know, you probably see a lot of gray areas where you can see both sides. But you know, you're not always confused, or you know, you're very how can I say this, you're what you know what you want, okay, and when you know what you want, you go for it, kind of deal. You don't have that confusion, and your inner child loves that about you, because before maybe you were confused about what something was or wasn't, and you've done some healing in reference to that. Okay, so and lastly, the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess here is all about, you know, you being the divine. And I think that this also applies to what your inner child loves about you, that you are the divine feminine. You just have to, you know, find your way back. You know, you're going through a specific change, you're going through some type of cycle, and you will in the end realize your strength and your power, and you'll be able to move forward. Okay, so we have Libra there, so let's move this way. Or do I want to do it this way? You know, let me do it that way. So next up will be Aquarius. Okay, so let's see here what we got for Aquarius. Okay, so let's get some questions for Aquarius. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Let me get some water. Okay, so seems to be that we're all going through some type of cycles that we need to close out, you know, before the new before Pluto goes into Aquarius. And I can honestly tell you that if we don't close out those cycles that do not make us happy, that, you know, cause us a lot of stress, a lot of pain, you know, we're gonna end up repeating those. So close out those chapters, as hard as it may be, and start focusing on what makes you what makes you happy. Okay, so what do we have for Aquarius? What emotions do you have to fully feel before letting go? How can you keep yourself balanced at this time? And what truths are you trying to escape? Okay, so you're having trouble letting go of something. Maybe you're trying to understand why something has to come to an end. Job, business, relationship. And, you know, what truths are you not accepting? What reality is it that you're not accepting? Is Neptune still in retrograde? I'm not sure, but that has to do with, you know, not seeing what's right in front of you, being delulu. So let's see. What do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? Okay, so we have King of Swords. Pentacle, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so what emotions do you have to fully feel before letting go? Okay. Okay, so Aquarius is not really show emotions. So let's see here. So did you express what it was that you needed to say? Are you looking for closure? Is it that you left something, excuse me, because it's stating here about having, you know, clear boundaries, but the question is about letting go. So maybe you have to realize that you did not accept the boundaries that the individual was giving you. You didn't expect the boundaries that the environment you were in were giving you. You were emotional, not clear-headed when you made certain decisions. And maybe it's time for you to, you know, accept that you won't get that closure. You know, you're not going to, you just have to accept to let go. The boundaries have been set. The boundaries are there. So don't mean to be rude or anything like that, but it's just time to let go. It's kind of hard for this card to refer to emotions, especially, you know, through an Aquarius. You know, Swords doesn't represent the emotions. That would be the Cups. So maybe it's clarity that you're looking for. Maybe you don't like that the other partner or environment is is thriving without you, and you're having trouble accepting that. Maybe that's the emotion that you need to let go of. Yeah, that's quite a difficult one. So how can you keep yourself balanced at this time? Okay, so you might be a little bit obsessive. You might be a little, you might be spending too much. You might be, you know, buying stuff you don't necessarily need to buy. And it's all because you don't have, you know, that closure. You're not respecting the boundaries that you're given, that you were given, and you're not feeling what it is that you need to feel, which is the end. In order for you to let go. You might be overly cautious. You know, you might it might be a little off with your funds. So in order for you to keep balance, you know, be mindful of the things that you're purchasing. Be mindful of where your spending is, because that's probably where you run off to. And it doesn't necessarily mean spending funds. Is be mindful where you spend your time. Be mindful of what you do. Pay attention to that. And when you do, you'll be able to accept and let go. What truths are you trying to escape? And it says, looking at the world from a different perspective. You gotta let go. You gotta just let it be. You're holding on to something that isn't meant for you to hold on to. You know, change is good. Release is good. Letting go is good. Just accept that, you know, it was a lesson, it was an experience that you went through, that you had to go through. It was a lesson that you needed to have in this lifetime. And it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to let go. Um, oops, sorry. I wish you the best. Okay, so that is Aquarius. And up next we have Capricorn. Okay, so let's get here the questions for Capricorn. Okay, let me get 3 questions for Capricorn. Can I get 3 questions for Capricorn? And one more time, let me get 3 questions for Capricorn. Okay, what will be the focus of your life? Something you'll realize. And where do you want more attention? Okay, so as we know, we just went through a Capricorn full moon. And Capricorn is the sister sign of the Cancer sign. Just because they can appear as if they don't have emotions, they actually have very deep, deep emotions. Saturn is ruled by, I believe, or not ruled, but has 144 moons, I believe. So when they feel deeply. They're not going to feel every situation or express feelings on every situation. It's just not them. Okay, so let's see. Cards for Capricorn. Oh, here goes the Knight of Wands. That seems to be the card of the Knight and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so finances. You can see right there is where you want more attention. Okay, so what would be the focus of your life? Okay, you're finally going to make that move. You're finally going to, whatever it is that, you know, you've been planning, thinking, considering, looking forward to doing, that's what you're going to do. That's going to be your focus during this time right now. You're going to put forward whatever plan that you have in your head, because Capricorns do plan. They like to plan ahead. You're going to realize that, you know, now's the time, and you're just going to go ahead and you're going to do it. You're going to take that leap and do it. And no one's going to stop you. Something you're going to realize, okay, everything that you have been struggling for, working for, thriving for, it's going to come true. It's going to come to you, represented here in the World card. It's going to all come together. Everything that you have been doing has been for a reason. No, shadow. Sorry, it was my cat. All your accomplishments are going to come forth. They're going to come together, and everything that you're seeking is going to come into fulfillment. And where is it that you want more attention? Okay, so you don't have that balance, and you need that work-life balance, work-life-home balance. That's where you need it. You want that the financial balance as well, because it is the Pentacles. once you start moving forward and you start realizing that everything that you are striving for is going to come your way, everything's going to balance out. And as long as you continue that balance, I think you're going to get everything that, you know, you've been striving for. Okay, and that's what we have for Capricorn. Okay. Let's get these out here so we know what's left. So we have 4 signs left. So we're going to put that there. Okay, so next up we have Gemini. Okay, let's get some cards up for Gemini. Alright, so let's get some questions for Gemini. Questions for Gemini. Questions for Gemini. Okay, how can you truly be in the present? Where do you want more attention? And a card that represents your energy. Okay, so let's see what we have here for Gemini. Okay, give me 3 cards for Gemini, please. Give me 3 cards for Gemini, please. Give me 3 cards for Gemini, please. Okay. Balance. And 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so how can you be in the present? You're juggling everything all over the place. And I can tell you from experience, stop. I know Geminis have the saying of what was that saying? Or you're jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. You want to help everyone. You want to be there for everyone. You want to, you know, you have your arms out like an octopus, and you're just all over the place. You know, you're juggling way too many priorities at once, and you got to stop. You have to maybe sit down, go ahead and write down in a list to see what it is and prioritize what needs your attention now and what doesn't. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to keep juggling and juggling. There's not going to be any time for yourself. You need to find your balance within yourself, and once you do so, you will have that success. And the question is, where do you want more attention? Okay, so here it talks about, you know, lack of planning. Going again back to the beginning, you are doing way too much. You need to focus on what needs to be done now, and prioritize your needs. Prioritize your self-care, prioritize yourself. and get that going so that you can have that full balance in between the two, and you won't be juggling, and you won't be feeling overwhelmed, and you won't have, you know, that fear of, oh my God, I didn't have time to do this, and now I still have to do this other thing. We tend to juggle a little bit too much, and it's okay to put certain things aside. You just need to make that choice for yourself. Card that represents your energy. So you may not want to let go of stuff. It goes with everything else about you wanting to juggle and take care of everything, and again, be that octopus with all your arms out all over the place, trying to handle all these responsibilities, trying to handle all these types of different things, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. And it's making you a little how can I say this, probably a little dry, a little reserved. You gotta just let things be, and again, just prioritize what it is that you need to do in your life, what actually needs your attention. Work on those things first and leave the other things for last. And then you'll be able to achieve your goals. You'll feel better, you'll feel less stressed. You won't feel like you're losing control, that you have to hold on to things so tightly. Okay, so that is for Gemini. All right. You want me to do a reading for you right now, Christine? I can do a reading for you. No charge, free for you. Do you want me to pick out some questions, or do you want me to or do you want to give me the questions, or do you want a general? Christine, are you still here? Let me see. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Yes, that would be great. Which one? General? Okay, so I'll go ahead and I will put these questions aside. Okay. So let's get, let's do a 3-card pull for Christine. Let's do a 3-card pull for Christine. Make it 3 cards for Christine. Make it 3 cards for Christine. Oh, okay, that's going to be an extra one. That one wanted to fly out. So we're going to put that one there. It's the Star. All your dreams are coming true. So there is hope, faith. Okay. Okay, so let's get your 3 cards. Okay, and then the bonus card, we're going to put this one over here in the back. Okay. So it seems like you're going through something, and it's telling you to believe in yourself, okay? To have the courage to do the things that you need to do in order to move forward. Remember to have respect for yourself. Remember to take care of yourself. Remember to think without selfishness and jealousy, meaning don't compare yourself to someone else, something else. You are extremely valuable. You are the star. Okay, the star that is the first thing that came out. You might be having, some doubts there. Just a little reminder that you have it. Okay, it's telling you to celebrate the things that you do have. So you may be focusing on something that you currently, maybe it's not meant for you to have at the moment, but it's telling you to focus on the things that are around you. Focus on, being happy, your friends, your friendships. Are you going through a rough time right now? Christine? Okay. So here's my advice to you based on what the card is. Okay, so this is a reminder. Okay, you may have lost some type of hope. You may be going through, like I said earlier, some type of unfortunate circumstances, but it's telling you to keep hope. What it is that you truly need in your life, not necessarily the things that you want. You just are not seeing them because you're focused on the things that are not happening for you, whatever it is that's not going your way. But you do have friends around you, friends, family, individuals around you that want to celebrate you, that they want to be there for you, to show you the love, to remind you of who you are. I would surround myself around those individuals. It is also telling you here that you have the courage. So maybe you're second guessing yourself. Maybe there's something. So far, today's readings have been around letting go, fear of letting go. So maybe there's something that you're afraid to let go of, afraid to start, because it's telling here for you to have some faith. Let me get a clarification card. Okay. Clear communication. Okay, make sure that you have your boundaries set up. Make sure you set those boundaries in whatever decision that you are going to make, so that they know and everybody knows, and you know that you are the star. Okay, that you have the courage, the power to do the things that you need to do. Everything may not come all at once, but in the end, it will work in your favor. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more here. Okay, you're a bit hard on yourself. Okay, let go of that pain. It's okay to forgive. Just because you forgive doesn't mean that you forget. Take that and use that power to rebuild yourself, to rebuild whatever it is that you need to bring back who you are. I pointed out the star. Don't be so hard on yourself. Surround yourself by the individuals that want to be around you, that want to make you happy, that truly want to see you happy. I hope this helps. Many blessings. Take some time for a little bit of self-care. If you're around the beach, I would say, dip your feet in. If you don't want to take a dive, it's just a little cleansing. If it rains outside, go out and, you know, if you don't want people to see you, go out in the rain and, you know, refreshing yourself. Can I ask if you're an air, fire, water, or earth sign? Or if you just want to give me which zodiac sign, I can tell you which one you are. Earth. Okay, so grounding would be best for you. I don't know if you're okay with it, but maybe going for a nature walk, going outside, if you're able to, if you're not in the city, or simply going outside, taking your shoes off, putting your feet in the dirt, grounding yourself, you know, feeling the nature around you, or, you know, go hiking kind of deal, or go for a drive. Sometimes what I like to do is I know, you know, back roads, and I will just drive. Capricorn, perfect. So outside is where you need to be. I have a Capricorn moon, so I completely understand. And sometimes you need a bit of alone time. So the people that actually want to celebrate and help you, you probably don't want them to know, and you don't have to let them know how you're feeling. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but they mean well. They mean well. So definitely let them in. So like I was saying, I like to take a drive, and I will pick a long road, and or I'll just get on the highway, drive for like 20-30 minutes, and just listen to the music and just be by myself. When I can't escape home, I'll go in my backyard. I will lay on the ground if I want to do some grounding. It's completely up to you. You can even, if there's a river by you, you know, put your feet in. Just get out of the house. You know, it's unfortunate if you live in the city, but if you're in the country, or if you're like 20 minutes away from the country, I say go take that drive. You know, get that little breath of fresh air. If you're into gardening, anything that has to do with earth is going to help you. You know, again, being a Capricorn moon, I can understand wanting to not show your vulnerability, because people do take advantage. And I would say, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, if you weren't able to get something or achieve something, or something wasn't successful, guess what? It wasn't meant to be. You were meant for something else. You were meant for something greater. Yeah, so I hope this resonates. I hope this helps. If it does, like and share. If you ever want to book a reading in the future, I should have the book button available on my Facebook page. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow me to say whether I'm available or not. It just lets me put the days. So if I am not available at that time, we can work things out, but I like to keep all of my scheduling on Facebook, so that everything is separate. I also have my link tree, if you can follow me on Instagram and all those other thingies, all the other social medias. I'm trying to build those platforms as well. So did the reading help? Did it resonate with you? Well, I pulled my Rebel deck, Oracle deck. Just wanted to give you one. I'm going to pull a card from my Rebel deck. Don't go just yet. It can be a little blunt. Sorry if it's offensive. Let's see here. What card is recommended for you? Okay. All right. What are you waiting for? Get it done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it is. All right. Whatever changes you need to do, the acceptance, you know, from those around you, the grounding, you know, you have the courage. Here's your sign. Here's your sign. Okay. All right. Stay blessed, sunshine. Okay. So, did I already do Capricorn? Yes, I did. All right. So, let's do Sagittarius next. All right. So, what am I doing? I already threw myself off. Look at here. All right. Let's get some questions for Sagittarius. I'm doing great on time. I get some questions for Sagittarius. Questions for Sagittarius. Questions for Sagittarius. Okay, card that represents your energy. How can you be in the present? And what emotions you have to feel before finally letting go. Yep. Seeing as I only have 2 more signs to get through, that seems to be the focus for today. We're having trouble letting go, but you know, it is retrograde. Ooh, okay. All these extra cards came out. All right. We're going to use them. Okay. There and there. Okay, so Sagittarius, card that represents your energy. You're not in alignment. You could probably feel like you're doing everything alone. You're missing that teamwork. So maybe with your partner, maybe with work, maybe with other individuals. Your current energy feels off. It feels like, you know, everything isn't equal. Maybe you're carrying the full load. Maybe you're carrying the full burden. And you're not happy with that. Normally Sagittarius is all about, you know, yes, I can do this. I can take it all. Superhuman powers. But, you know, we all, you know, need a little time. We all have our little moments, and you know, maybe for this particular situation, you don't want to do this alone. You want to do this with your partner, which could be work or home or family, but that is your energy. You feel alone, or like you're doing something alone. How can you truly be in the present? Funny how the Hermit comes up. So you need to realize things that maybe the situations or relationships are not what you presume them to be. Maybe you see too much light in the individuals, and I did mention this earlier. In reference to fire signs, you know, you tend to be a little overly optimistic with individuals instead of seeing the reality in them. You may need to realize that some things, you know what, you're just gonna have to end up doing by yourself, even though it might require teamwork, or it might require another individual or someone to take responsibility for their portion. It's just not going to happen. You're going to need to accept that, or change it up. That's the only thing that I can tell you about being in the present, because here it's telling you that, you know, you feel like you're alone, and here it's telling you to be alone, to reevaluate. So maybe there's a reason why you're alone. You have to be alone in order to realize what it is that you're really going through, what it is that should and should not be in your life, or maybe to reevaluate the situation. Maybe you're looking at the situation incorrectly and your expectations are too high for said individuals, or whatever it may be. So what emotions you need to fully feel before letting go? You need to see everybody's point of view. Okay. You when you believe something, you kind of like stick to it, and, you know, not until like proven wrong, you don't change that perspective. But here it's telling you that you need to accept that, you know, it is what it is, and fully accept it, you know, that one of those agree to disagree situations may not be it here. You have to fully understand, you know, that this individual or this situation is for what it is and nothing more. You're not gonna get what you're expecting out of it, and by being alone, you're gonna realize all of it, and you're gonna be able to feel those types of feelings that you need to feel. That realization, you're gonna be able to come to it. You're gonna be able to see things for what they truly are. You're gonna see their perspective as it differs from yours, and you'll be able to let go. Okay, so the bonus card here, that it says here that you're over committed, which falls in lines with everything else. So you need to take a step back, and you need to reorganize. You need to get back that balance that you lost, because, you know, you feel like you're going at this alone. But you need to do this whole process in order for you to be balanced, in order for you to get that balance back into your life. You need to go through all of these things here. Hope it resonates. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the... Hello, Shelly. How are you? So let's go ahead and move on to... Oops, I put those in the wrong spot. Sagittarius here. If you want a personal reading, let me know. If not, I am going to move on to Scorpio. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to Scorpio. Give Shelly, sorry, another moment. If you want a free reading, let me know. If not, I'm going to pull 3 questions for Scorpio. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So let's put this one here aside. Do you want a general reading? Or do you want me to pull questions like I did with the previous card? Okay, so we're going to do a general reading. So let's get 3 cards for Shelly. Oh, I saw one that was not facing correctly. Let's get a general read for Shelly. General read for Shelly. Ooh, I don't know why, but I want to use my dandelion deck. Do you mind, or do you want the traditional? Don't know why, but I want to use my dandelion deck. So do you want the traditional? Okay, dandelion. Okay, perfect. Okay, so these we may just have to pull more cards for a little clarity, but that's fine. Okay, let's get some general reads for Shelly. Okay, you might be feeling like an outsider in a situation, a third wheel, not necessarily cheating, but maybe you feel like you don't fit in somewhere. You are protected by the Archangel. Okay, so you got reach out. You got don't give your power. You got the blame game. Okay, so okay, either someone has or will be reaching out to you. And they can be reaching out to you in many types of forms. They can call you, you can run into them, they can text you, you can start seeing their name everywhere, start dreaming about them, any which way, shape, or form. But this situation is not healthy for you. It's telling me here for you not to give your power away. It seems to be that you tend to give into the situation. You tend to give in and allow yourself to be that third party. So an example that I'm going to give you is not necessarily relationship-wise. My partner, I'm going to use family. Like, say, for instance, you have a family member that all they do is call on to you when they need something. But when it's coming to spending genuine quality time with them, it doesn't happen. They got excuses, or they're telling your business behind your back, or they know how to play your strings, and they know how to play at them in a sense to where they know how to make you feel guilty to where you give in, and then which leads to the blame game of making you feel bad about maybe saying no, or making you feel as if everything is your fault, instead of accepting responsibility for the things that they've done, or for the things that they've said. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some other cards. So far, does that resonate with you, Shelly? Or actually, reaching out could be you're considering reaching out to someone, and it's telling you that you shouldn't. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so lack of discipline. So it could be, again, that you're the one that maybe wants to reach out, and I don't recommend you doing so. I recommend you letting that be. You know, if it's a family member, that's very hard to do. I completely get it. But right now, you need to think of yourself. It's not a healthy relationship. And, you know, right now you need to put yourself first, kind of deal. It's making you probably overly stressed, giving you a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustrations, and, you know, not that much hope. But as I mentioned to you before, you do have the archangel watching over you, protecting you, defending you, and it's giving you that reminder. You know, I'm starting to get the impression that it's you wanting to reach out because they probably made you feel guilty about something, and not necessarily that they're going to reach out to you. Or maybe originally they did, and now it's like, well, you know, you don't love me or you don't want me, because, you know, you're not giving in to whatever it is that I need or I want, kind of deal. Some people are having a lot of trouble with acceptance, accepting their own behavior, accepting their own actions, but that's not your responsibility. Can we get some more clarifications? Okay, so water sign could be you or the individual. So there's an apology coming, but just remember, when a person apologizes, they have to truly have remorse. They have to truly be sorry about it. If you are constantly hearing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, the value of the apology dissipates. It disappears. It is no longer valid. And if you find yourself in that cycle of doing something or someone causing you harm and them, you know, apologizing, that's not a healthy relationship. That's something that you should let go of. When you finally actually accept all of that, you're going to have that everlasting love. In order for you to have that everlasting love, you have to love yourself. You have to value yourself. You have to put those boundaries, set those boundaries, give those individuals that boundary line to which, you know, these are things that you will no longer accept. You will not accept in your life. And they may push back a little. You know, a lot of people don't like to hear the word no. But if they truly, truly love you, and if they truly want you to be a part of their life, and if it is truly meant for you to be a part of their life, and this again is family and relationship, either or, then they'll be willing to accept those boundaries. But I can tell you from experience, if this has been happening for like such a long time, it's the change is not going to happen overnight. You just have to always remember to put yourself first. Always remember to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, then you know what? You can't be there for anyone else. You know, let me go ahead and pull a rebel card for you. It's like a little oracle. So the whole water sign, it could be in their, you could be the water sign, they could be the water sign, could be in their top 6. The other thing that it can represent is feelings, emotions, cups energy. Okay, so this one, oh my goodness. The card it came. I'm sorry for the verbiage. This is what it's telling you to do. This is what it's telling you to do. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Okay. Oh, you're a Libra. Oh, so you need balance. So you definitely need that balance. I don't know how live works. I think when I post a video later on, go and look for the reading that I did for Libra. It was all about, you know, being unbalanced and stuff like that. God, I don't recall exactly what it was about. But you know, here it is. You're in a situation, and you know, with being an air sign, you want to see the best in other individuals. My sister's a Libra, and I have a stellium in Libra, so I fully understand that balance. And then, you know, other individuals taking and blaming, taking and doing the blame game kind of deal. It makes sense for you to also be hard on yourself, and be in your head as well, being that you're an air sign. I hope this helps. I wish you the best. But definitely, when I go ahead and post this live, scroll through and look for Libra and see if that resonates for you as well. Okay, so let's put this over here. My next one is Scorpio. You're welcome, sunshine. Ooh, I'm doing great on time. Okay, so I didn't think 2 hours was going to be enough, but it is. So Scorpio, let's see here. I'm thinking about doing maybe tomorrow, just doing yes no questions. I don't know. I'm trying to find out, trying to be different than what everyone else is doing. I'm not really a social media person when it comes to, you know, lives and stuff like that. Because I think readings are meant to be private, and I'm old-fashioned. This is back from like 20 something years ago. It's got tape and everything. I think I got this at Barnes and Nobles. God, when did I get this? It's I don't know. I want to say like 25 years ago, when I was in my early 20s is when I got that deck. And I do slow tarot, you know, well, what they call today slow tarot, that toe speed racing of chaotic energy. I can't do it. I will be out for days. Okay, so let's get some questions for Scorpio. How can you bridge the gap? What do you need to free yourself from? And where you begin to be more realistic in your goals? Oh, Mr. or Miss Overachiever. Let's see. Maybe doing a lot. Maybe doing a lot. Let's see. Okay, let's get 3 cards for Scorpio. Let's get 3 cards for Scorpio. Gypsy, would you like a reading? I can do so after I do the Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio. Let's see. Let's get 3 cards for Scorpio. Okay, we'll do Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, okay. So, how can you bridge the gap? Okay, so you're blocked. You got to take care of yourself. You are trying to probably connect to things that shouldn't be connected. And you're not going to realize that until you start taking care of yourself. You have not been paying attention to your intuition, and it's telling you to do so. You're probably not feeling connected to the individual, because let's face it, let's be realistic. Scorpio is a very physical sign, and the whole intimacy of touch is also triggered and related to their emotions. But you need to follow your intuition. So maybe this is a situation that you should not have at the moment. Maybe you need to reevaluate it. And you can reevaluate it by focusing on yourself. Take some time out. Go to the beach. Go for a dive. You're a water sign. You gotta always water your water signs. So what do you need to free yourself from? You seem to be doubting yourself. Why are you doubting yourself? What happened to that? Okay, Jenny, just give me a few minutes. I am going to do Scorpio, then I'm going to do Gypsy, and then I will do you after. So going back to what do you need to free yourself from? Okay, so you're having a lack of confidence. So maybe that lack of confidence is by not knowing where you stand here with this whole situation. Because you are not paying attention to the signs. You're not paying attention to your intuition. Okay. And where will you begin to be more realistic with your goals? Well, you're being very stubborn and reckless right now. When you start having more self-love and more self-care, everything's going to fall into place. Everything's going to make more sense. You're trying to force something that is probably not meant to be, whether it's work, relationship, family, whatever the case is. You're trying to force something to work that maybe it's time to let go of. Like the saying goes, some people are meant to be here, just for a season. So maybe it's time to let that go. If you're not getting the intimacy and recognition that you should be getting, you're supposed to be the emperor. You're supposed to be on top of, that throne, and you're not feeling like you're there. So focus on yourself. Take a time out, go to the beach, have some fun with your friends, and I think everything's going to make sense. You're trying to force something that I believe you should not be. That's not that you should not be. That is probably not best suited for you at the moment. Okay, so Gypsy, we have Libra. Okay, so I have a question. Do you want a basic read from the old-fashioned cards, or do you want me to use my Dandelion Moon deck? This is for Gypsy. So we can go the traditional, or we can do the moon deck. Dandelion. Okay. Let me plug my phone in real quick because it is about to die. Okay. Okay, so we might need to pull extra cards here for clarification, but that's fine. Alright, so let's get some cards for Gypsy. And by the way, I did do a reading for Libra earlier. Once I post a live video, you can scroll through it and see if that reading resonates with you as well. Okay, so let's get some cards for Gypsy. Okay, water sign. Could also just mean emotions. Okay, could be someone that you're involved with or someone around you. Doesn't necessarily mean, or you can have water sign within your chart. Okay, the fall, balance. Are you probably looking for balance, feeling out of balance? Because that seems to be the general reading for Libras today. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. So let's see. You know what? Can I move all of these so we can all see them? Let's see. No, we can't see those. Okay, so I'll just hold them. Okay, so you're seeking to be back in balance, and for that you need to rest a bit. Libras, when they get too much of anything or too little of something, they tend to be a little bit sort of out of whack. I completely know and understand because I have a Libra stellium myself, and when things are making sense or if things are not fair, I am not happy. It's telling you to do some shadow work, a little work within yourself, a little work with what it is that you're dealing with. Although it states here soulmate, it could mean other things. It could just mean general relationship, because a soulmate can be a friend, it can be a partner. It is however it resonates. And you're seeking some type of apology, or they're going to apologize for something. Keep in mind that, you know, this sounds just like some of the reading I just did. Just because somebody apologizes does not mean that what they did was okay. And they need to be truly remorseful of it. You know, if somebody continues to say I'm sorry over and over again, then it loses its value. Your power couple, this is Mercury retrograde, so communication may not be right, may not be there, may not be what you are hoping it to be. You might be having some difficulties. You might be fighting a lot these last couple of weeks, and it will continue. I think it ends on the 27th, and it's going to continue 2 weeks after. You are in air sign, so you are going to be slightly affected by the Mercury retrograde as well. Let's see. Let me get some more clarification cards for Gypsy. Let's get some more clarification cards for Gypsy. Okay. So there is that unconditional love, but remember, you also have to have that unconditional love for yourself. Okay. So it's telling here to make a move. Are you the one not contacting the individual? Are you the one holding back from you know, any type of contact, or maybe even sharing your feelings, maybe even sharing your emotions? Maybe it's time to fully express all of that you're feeling, so that you can let it go, so that you can, you know, have what it is that you need with that individual. Clear communication is necessary, but again, it is going to be difficult right now because of the retrograde. Okay, so it's telling here that soon you're going to get a little bit of inspiration. You're going to have that moment of clarity that you need in order to maybe have that difficult discussion that you haven't been able to have. Once you have that discussion with said individual, you're gonna have, you know, that fulfillment. Everything's gonna come into balance. Everything is going to come into where it needs to be. it may or may not be where you want it to be, but it's going to be where it is in balance. It's going to be where you're going to be okay with the outcome. And here again, you're going to have that communication is going to come through. You're going to find a new way to communicate whatever it is that you want to give to that other person, whether it's your emotions, your needs, whatever it is that you've been having trouble expressing to them. All of that is going to come clear soon. Does that resonate with you, Gypsy? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. By all means, like I said, when I post this, the live, which I have Jenny and then Taurus to do, go through, because I don't know if you can do it while I'm doing live. I'm not too good with this whole live thing yet. You know, go through and listen to the Libra portion and see if it also resonates with you, because I believe it gives you areas to work on and areas to review. Okay, so now we're going to do Jenny. So Jenny, do you want to do traditional, or do you want to do the dandelion? You're welcome, sunshine. Jenny, are you here? Traditional. Okay. Do you want general, or do you want me to pull questions like I did for Scorpio? Okay, so I will focus on your questions. Let's see. So that's a yes or no question. So, will Jenny sell her house? No. That's fine. That's fine, because I actually meant questions that I randomly pick and we go through. But we can go do your questions. That's fine. You sell your house. Okay, I'm getting a maybe. So there might be a point where you might have to make a decision. Maybe they will offer you less, or maybe they're going to want you to make some changes to the house before they actually decide to make the purchase. So you'll have interest, but there will be conditions in order for them to do the purchase. Okay, so some guidance for Jenny. Give me some guidance cards for Jenny. Guidance for Jenny. Get one more for Jenny. Can I get one more for Jenny? Okay. Okay, so let's go over these. Okay, so you have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so positive cards here. All right. You have the confidence, the courage. Okay. If you're holding back from something, I'm telling you, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You have it. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. Do it. Queen of Pentacles. So going back, and it's funny how you asked if your home was going to sell. So you're going to have success in that area. The only challenge will be is there will be some stipulations. So either they're going to want to go lower on the price, or they're going to want you to make some changes in order for them to go through with the sale. But financially, you're going to be set. Okay. Your question is, what's going to happen after that? It states here that everything that you are planning, have been planning, is going to come into fruition. Okay, everything's going to work out for you. Everything's going to be in the positive. Everything is falling into place that should be falling into place. So maybe you have been going through, this year may have been probably a little rough, or maybe the year before, and this year you're starting to notice how things are falling into place for you. You're making the necessary changes that you need to make in order for you to be in your true self, in order for you to be on the path that you need to be, in order to accomplish such goals, in order for you to be that Queen of Wands, be that Queen of Pentacles, you know, to have that success and abundance in every avenue of your life. You're making changes. You're having everything happen for you. I want to go back to here. You're still going to have some difficult decisions to make. I want to extend it past the home, past you know, the sale of your home. Think thoroughly about the decisions you make from here forward. Okay, make sure that you weigh out the pros and the cons for every decision that you make. Make sure that you're not repeating cycles. Make sure that, you know, if it is something that has not worked out for you in the past, let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to move forward, in order for you to have all of this that is just waiting for you. Okay, all of this abundance, all of this success, it's all waiting for you, but you're going to have to leave something behind in order to do so. So maybe the selling of your house is what it is, and that may be the final piece of the puzzle that needs to happen to end that chapter, to go on this whole new adventure, because it's telling you that you can, that you have the courage to do that. On this very first card, this Queen of Wands, you have that energy to go ahead and do so. Let's get some. Let me pull. What should I pull? What should I pull? Let me pull a Rebel card. Okay, so let's get an advice card from my Rebel deck. Oh, okay. That was a little weird. Are you a little anxious, maybe? Maybe take a little bit of time out, because all cards gave me a little bit of a plus there for a moment. Okay. So, very top card. In order for all of this to happen, It's time for you to let go. Again, the general theme for all of the signs today is letting go. You have to let go of something. Can't say that out loud, but it's telling you to go ahead and do so. And this first one here is that you have the courage. You have it. You can do it. Don't second guess yourself. Just make sure that you think everything through. Don't make any quick decisions. Make sure to read the fine print for everything, for any contracts that you have. And everything should work out for you. Does that resonate for you? I drew my Libra card. You have it, sunshine. You have it within you. Don't second guess anything. Do you take care of you, and everything's going to work out for the best. Everything is going to work out the way it needs to be, the way that it should be. I wish you the best, sunshine. Okay, so I am doing my final sign, which is Taurus. Oh, here I go with these again. Okay, this live is going to be weird because my headset keeps connecting and disconnecting. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Oh, goodness. Technology. Where did my questions go? Oh, right in front of me. Duh. Okay, so for Taurus, let's get 3 questions for Taurus. Ooh, 10. Let's get 3 questions for Taurus. Let's get 3 questions for Taurus. Okay, so how can you begin to reframe your core belief? Oh, change for Taurus. What core beliefs do your guides want you to focus on today, and what is your toxic pattern? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like these kinds of reads. I always feel so bad. Okay, let's get some cards for Taurus. Change can be a little difficult for an earth sign. Let's see. Well, a fixed sign as well, but Taurus like structure. Okay, so clarity, excitement, and intimacy. Oh, Taurus, you love to love. You're all about comfort, and so this may be referring to a Taurus Venus. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. How can you begin to reframe your core belief? Okay, so you're probably a little confused. You know, your thoughts are probably a little chaotic, a little out there. Your judgment is not clear. It's telling you to take a moment, take a step back, and revisit your the things that you're going through. Should it be something that you should be dealing with? Is it something that you're comfortable with? If you're not comfortable with it, why? And what can make it comfortable? Is it something that you should have in your life? Is it something that you should let go? That's what the Ace of Swords in reverse is telling you in reference to your core belief. So the Knight of Wands, whatever you want to do it now. And that is what your guides are telling you, that you need to make this change now. you have the energy, you have the inspiration. You're just not reaching into it. You're just not seeing it. You're probably trying to take the safe road. You're going at, a particular pace. Maybe it's telling you that this time, you shouldn't follow the rules. You shouldn't go step by step. That just go ahead and do it. Take that leap. I know it might be a little difficult for you, Taurus, to do so, but it's telling you that it's okay. So your toxic pattern is your Ace of Cups. It's your love, your how you feel about things. You're probably not. So maybe let's go ahead and read this in reverse. So what it is that you're not paying attention to, your intuition. You're not paying attention to anything. You're focusing on what you're comfortable with. You're focusing on what feels good for the moment. It's like putting on a band-aid and not really paying attention to the problem kind of deal. Not necessarily hiding, not necessarily running away from it, but you're like, you know what, let me just put a band-aid on it and it's okay for the moment. That seems to be the toxic pattern for you. You need to focus on changing that perspective and rethinking the situation that you're in. And is it something worth being into? Is this something you want to spend your time on? If it's bringing you so much turmoil and so much chaos, is this something that you want in your life? Is it something that you want to actually be dealing with? You know what, let me pull another card for clarification. Okay, here is telling you to have some self-care. Okay. Ooh, and it is a Taurus card. So it is the Six of Pentacles. You need to take care of yourself. You may be giving a lot of your love, a lot of your attention, a lot of your focus to something or someone else that probably is taking advantage of it, and it's not a healthy relationship to be in. Maybe you need to take a step back and get back to who you truly are, or who you used to be, or who you should be, kind of deal, in order for you to reframe your belief, go and in order for you to receive everything that you are being denied, you need to focus on yourself. Give yourself some boundaries, give yourself some self-love, and everything else is going to fall into place. I wish you the best, Taurus. Everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great evening. Stay blessed.